So, good morning, very good morning, students. So, just we will choose the pen first. Okay, and then of color, it's okay. This is lecture number 13. So, this is lecture number 13. We will discuss about the remaining properties of DFT, that is nothing but the discrete Fourier transform. So, in the 12th lecture, we have discussed about the few properties of discrete Fourier transform. In this particular lecture, I will complete the all properties of DFT, and in the next lecture, I will cover the problem based on this one, problem based on this property of this one. Then I will say that total DFT module is of over, and it covers near about 20 to 25 marks compulsory. Okay, keep in mind this module is very important, easy module, but we can say that it's lengthy one. Okay, it's a lengthy one. That is nothing but you have to repeat the problem for if 18.8 point DFT is there, 4.8 it's okay, calculation is it's okay, but if they are asking you about the 8 point DFT, so what will happen, the calculation will be more, and if calculations are more, then there are the chances of what you can say, your answer will be wrong. The chances will be get to get the answer wrong are more one. So how to overcome this part? So what you have to do, you have to what you have to do, you have to solve maximum problems in the aspect. Okay, maximum problems from this one. So in the chat box, you have to give me the answer that how many of students are clear with the how to find out the DFT. If I'm giving any sequence to you, so how many students are there? They are easily solve the DFT of any sequence, that is nothing but 4 point DFT or 8 point DFT or 16. Formula is 7, just calculation part is there. But how many are confident that, sir, if you are giving me the problem that find the DFT of 4 point or 10 point or 8 point, 10 point is not there, but 4, 8 and 16 are there. If you are giving that, so give me the answer in the chat box. I'm watching your comments. Okay. Please don't hesitate to give the answer, because if your doubts are small one, rectify now itself. Then if your doubts are not clear, then it will become more and more in complexity over there. So it's my suggestion to you that in not in my subject, in every subject, please raise your hand. Raise your hand that, sir, I'm having a doubt in in this part, and I'm not getting, though I watch your video, but still I'm not getting, so that I can do for you. But if you are not to watch the video and if you are raising the doubt, then I will suggest you that first mm, uh, go through the videos of that one, and then you come to me, sir, I watched the video, still I'm not getting, so I can repeat that part to you once again, especially for you. So it's okay. So DFT and IDFTs are over, so we'll move toward the next part by erasing this term. Okay, so get 2020 is coming over here. So for you guys, the third year student, especially for third year student, third year and final year student. So what I'm doing, I am starting the YouTube channel name. I will decide afterwards. So from today, I think we will meet at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Okay, sharp 7 p.m. We will discuss on this new channel, YouTube channel, where I will give you the important concept of GATE 2020. So in this we will discuss about the eligibility. So who student means how many students are eligible for this one? What are the eligibility criteria for this one? From this from this semester, not from this year 2021. So third year students are also eligible. Third year students are also eligible. So you don't know this thing. Okay, you don't know the third years are also eligible for this month. That means you can give the exam in third year also, in the final year also, two times probability there. And if you are qualified this exam, so how much time your score will be eligible? That is nothing but if you are third year and if you are qualified with some more mark, that is nothing but the 70 marks, 70 marks out of 100, 70 marks of 100. So no need to give the exam in the next year, final year. This score is eligible for what you can say next 3 years. So what is the eligibility for this one? So what syllabus is there for this exam? What kind of syllabus? This is not your university syllabus that everything is declared to you and you are to study that point only. Okay. So how much, what is the syllabus is there? In the syllabus, I will tell you that what to read and what not to read. Okay, that concept is very very clear. Before starting any exam preparation, you must know what not to study, because lot of stuff is there on the internet. You will find a lot of subject, lot of stuff, okay, this and that. But gate will not directly ask you the question like calculate the DFT of 8 point. They will not ask you the question, or they will not give what you can say, they will not ask you any question regarding the theoretical question. They will ask you some, then some pattern is changed over here. So what exactly pattern is there, how many questions are there? So 65 question, exactly 65 questions are there, that will consist of 100 marks. That will consist of, for how many marks? 100 marks are there for 65 questions. So like this one we will think about. Then for to solve the 65 question you require how much that is nothing but 3 hours. 3 hours. So 180 minutes are allotted to you. 180 minutes are allocated to, and in this one you have to solve just 65 question. But believe me, this is not an ordinary exam that you will get everything to. The concepts are there still the concepts are there that are very known to us, that is very unknown to us, I'm saying. And I will give you the 100% assurance to crack the exam if you are following me. If you are following me, then I will give you the 100% assistance to crack the exam. Crack the exam means just cut off and all that. If you are following the 100%, then just my video, then you can 100% the cut off this. I will tell you how to cut off, because I am having the experience to crack this exam multiple times. I have cracked 2 times this exam. Wherever I have given the exam, where I have cracked this exam. Okay. So I know, I am very familiar with this exam, whatever the syllabus and all this, and whatever these things are there, I am taking free of cost from you. Just you have to watch the video. So are you interested? Please give me thumbs up in the chat box. And what you have to do in this, you have to help me in the manner that you have to share this channel to maximum students, so that everyone get benefited by the single video. And I'm giving you the sure short solution, that is nothing but every concept will be clear. This is not an ordinary lectures that we have to then do and this and that, but I will teach you from network to control system to electron devices, circuits and signal system. Then we will do EMT and all, then aptitude and all. That 4 or 5 topics are there, the subjects are there, that will give you the 100% assurance of crack the exam. Okay. So if you like this, please give me thumbs up in the chat box. Okay. So so in the last lecture we have discussing the properties of DFT. So very first property we have seen that linearity, this is over to you. This is already over, this periodicity is over, the circular time shift is over, I think so. Just, time diversity is over, and conjugation is over. This 5 property we have discussed in the last lecture. So in this particular lecture we will start with the shift property. Circular frequency shift. Here we have seen the circular time shift. Okay, circular time shift, the third property is there. So in the sixth property we will see the frequency shift property. So what exactly mean by frequency shift property? The DFT says that if the discrete time signal is multiplied with e raised to j 2 pi mn by n, its DFT circulated by m unit. Okay. So what exactly it means? Suppose I'm having, if I'm calculating the DFT of x of n, it is becoming x of k. Okay. If DFT, if I'm calculating the DFT of x of n, I will get the x of k. Then if I'm multiplying this x of n by e raised to j 2 pi mn by n, then in the frequency domain the sample, the sequence will be shifted by m only. That is nothing but suppose I am having the sequences 1, 2 and 3. Okay. And from this I will get its DFT, something I'm sure about the DFT, that is nothing but the 1 plus 2j. For example, don't consider that this is the correct one. Okay. 1 plus 2j, then some kind of 2, I will write second is 2, and third is nothing but 2 plus 2j. Okay, this is sequence. So if I'm multiplying this sequence by e raised to j2 pi mn by n, if I'm multiplying this sequence by e raised to 2 pi mn by n, then in the frequency domain, wherever I'm putting the value of n over here, something I have to put the value of m over here. Some value is there, 1, 2, and there. So if I'm putting the value of 1, this as 2, this frequency, the sample will shifted by 2. That is nothing but first time this part will come to first, and second time this part will come to first. So the sequence will be, this is 2 will become first, then this part and this part. Okay, this part. So this will happen in the circular frequency shift. Okay, so are you getting what I'm going to say? Give me the thumbs up in the chat box. Okay, so the multiplication property. So multiplication property is that, suppose if I'm taking the DFT of x of n, I will get of x of k. Then if I'm multiplying the two sequences, first and second, if I'm multiplying the two sequences, first and second, and if I'm taking the DFT of that one, in the frequency domain, what will happen? In the frequency domain, what will happen? That is nothing but the 1 by n x1 of k. This is nothing but the, what you can say, convolution. This is nothing but the convolution. That is nothing but, if I'm multiplying in the time domain, then in the frequency domain you have to take the convolution of that one divided by n, capital N over here. Okay, the circular convolution is there. That is the property number 7. So in the circular convolution, what exactly is property is saying to you that if I want to circular convolution in the time domain, then in the frequency, so that is nothing but, circular convolution is nothing but, what you can say, summation m from small m to n minus 1 x of n. And second sequences we are shifting, the circular convolution and all that. Okay, so in the circular convolution, what will happen if I'm taking the time domain? So if I want to obtain the time domain sequence, circular convolution of that one, in the frequency domain, just we have to multiply the two sequences. Just we have to multiply the two sequences. For example, if I want to take the circular convolution of 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2 of 3, and the second sequence is my again 1, 2, and 3. Okay, sorry for I'm not having my digital pen over here. I'm using this mouse over here to draw the things. That's why my handwriting is like this one. If I'm to take the circular convolution in time domain, in the frequency domain, what you have to do? Here it's DFT is something, here it's DFT is something. Just multiply the two things, you are getting the time domain, what you can say, circular convolution of these two. So this is the property number 8, circular convolution. So property number 9, what exactly mean by property number 9? So in the property circular correlation, what you have to do? Suppose a DFT of x of n is x of k and DFT of y of n is y of k. Okay, means x of n will be converted into x of k and y of n converted into y of k. Then correlation property of that is nothing but correlation of r of xy of m is nothing but the DFT of summation of x of n, its complex conjugate and circular convolution of that one. That is nothing but the x of k multiply with the complex conjugate of y of k. So the correlation property is saying to you that just take the DFT of first sequence, DFT of second sequence. If you are asking about circular correlation, so just take the complex conjugate of second part and just multiply it, just normal multiply it, you are getting the circular correlation property. Okay, are you getting what you have to do? Take the first sequence DFT, second sequence DFT, take the second sequence DFT is inverse, what you can say, not inverse, complex conjugate, and multiply this thing. Then the final property is that, suppose you, the partial derivation, this is very important property. Okay, in the exam they will ask you the last properties. Normally examiner will, what he will do, he will take your patience, advantage of patience. Normally student what we are doing, they are they know the properties up to 4 or 5 properties, but they are lazy to take they are lazy to mug up or to understand the last property, but they will ask you about the last properties and all. So start with, if you are doing the property, then do each and every property, or if you don't know, then don't do the property. But believe me that these properties are very important. Theoretical question, they will ask you about the state three properties in example circular correlation, circular convolution, and all that to you, and they will ask you the problem for 5 marks. Okay, like this one 10 mark problem, they will ask you one property state and one problem based on this one. So the last property is nothing but, suppose partial relation. Suppose if I am taking the DFT of x1 sequence, that is x1 of k, the second is nothing but x2 of k, then partial relation is given by summation of 0 to n minus 1 x of n, then complex conjugate of x2 of n is equal to 1 by n. Then for frequency domain, just multiply the frequency domain, whatever the component, that is nothing but the x of n and complex conjugate x of 2 for the divided by 1 divided by n from k to 0 to n minus 1 over here. So this is nothing but the partial relation theorem. So this concept will be clear to you once we will solve the problem based on each and every property. If you are solving the problem based on this, then you are permanently remember each and every property. So this is the end of the lecture. So give me the thumbs up, or like the session and share the session to your friends. So thank you very much for attending this lecture. Thank you very much.